see if Forbes will make another daring move over in turns 1 and 2 on lap 44. He knows that the laps are dwindling down. Looks up, looks low, dives back in single file. This time by, out of turns 3 and 4. Green getting ready to come. Here it is, in the air. And down to turns 1 and 2. It's door to door between Kenneth Remington and Tony Gurley. Gurley pulls a half a car length lead over in turns 3 and 4, but battling back comes Remington on the low side. Remington will lead lap number 1 in car number 72. Oh, way wide is Tony Gurley in the 00 car. Got it up into loose stuff up in turn number 1. He drops all the way back to 5th spot. Back to complete lap number 2 is Kenneth Remington in car number 72. Running in the 2nd spot now will be the 03 of Kenny Forbes. Back to 3rd is car number 2, Chris King. As they work the banking of turns 3 and 4, your 4th place car is car number 22, that being Danny Tackett, and give the 5th place now to the 00 outside pole sitter Tony Gurley. Single file racing now, completing lap number 4. Your leader, Kenneth Remington in car 72. He has set sail to a 5 car length advantage over the 2nd place running Kenny Forbes in the 03 car. Back to the front straightaway to complete lap number 5 this time by. Battle on the racetrack is single file all the way back to the last place running David Pascal in car number 7. He runs right up on the rear of Curtis Schmidt in the 28 car. Got a challenge now back for about the 10th spot as the 96 car, Mark Ellington, dives down underneath the 16 of Paul Pruitt Sr., picks off that spot. That battle for 8th position now settles back down to a single file race. Leaders work the banking of turns 3 and 4. Back to the start-finish line and head up into turns 1 and 2, completing lap number 8 of 50 now for the limited division. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and 6th place cars all running within striking distance of each other. The margin between 1st and 2nd now is closed down to 2 car lengths. As Kenny Forbes in that 03 car has cut the distance quite a bit now on Kenneth Remington in car 72. See if Remington can hold him off now for a few more laps. That margin now is down to about 2.5 car lengths. Make it 2 car lengths as they go down the back straightaway, out of turns 1 and 2 and entering 3 and 4. Remington's lead is now diminished down to 1.5 car lengths. Up in turns 1 and 2, closing the gap ever so slowly is Kenny Forbes in the 03, but he's inching his way up on every lap. Looks as if though Remington's car may be pushing on him in the corner, especially up in turns 3 and 4. He's able to hold the car in a pretty good line over in turns 1 and 2, but up in 3 and 4, the car wants to push up on him. Pushes up right along in there. Out of turns 3 and 4, that lead still diminishes down to make it 1.5 car lengths now. Running in 3rd place was the 2 car of Chris King. Got crossed up over in turn 2, a lap back. He drops back to the 4th spot. Correction, 5th spot. Now when Remington looks up in the rearview mirror, he's going to be seeing Kenny Forbes' front bumper, because Kenny is now within striking distance over in turns 3 and 4. Back to the front straightaway and up in turns 1 and 2. 1 car length is all that Kenneth Remington has over Kenny Forbes now. Working lap number 18 of 50. Driving car number 2 is trying to get a position back off of Tony Gurley, car number 00. He pulls alongside. They almost make contact up in turn 2. Good piece of driving that time by Tony Gurley. He kind of eased on up the racetrack as Chris King was right down under his door. They go door to door again now as they head out. Now spinning over in turn 2 is Chris King in car number 2. Chris King trying to get a position back off of Tony Gurley. Spun around up in turn 2, refires the car, heads back down to back straightaway. Caution coming out on lap number 22. We'll reset the field for you. After 22, number 7. If you were with us 2 weeks ago, it was Pascal that hit the wall hard up in turn number 3 and completely demolished the front of that automobile. A lot of work had to be done to the front end of his car to get him back ready for racing. Green flag restart now. Out of turns 3 and 4 comes your leader, Kenneth Remington in car 72. One more note of interest on David Pascal as he is currently leading the point standings right now in the limited sportsman division. Right on the rear bumper of Kenneth Remington is Kenny Forbes in car 03. Forbes takes a look down underneath Remington over in turn 2, drops back in single file as the 16 car Paul Pruitt Sr. spins on the front straightaway and will bring caution to the Speedway. 27 of 50 laps are complete now for the limited sportsman division. Kenneth Remington is your leader. Caution lights are out on top of the Chevrolet Monte Carlo pace car. Correction Camaro.
All right, the 2 passing on the inside.
Green flag, back to turn number 1. Kenneth Remington has in tow Kenny Forbes. Down to back straightaway, up to turns 3 and 4. Forbes takes a look under Remington, can't do nothing with him there, settles back in single file. Single file racing now as 1 car receives the black flag. I believe it is the 2 car, car number 2, for passing or jumping to restart. Passing on the inside of the restart was Chris King in car number 2. He gets the black flag from flagman Joe George. Down the back chute, up in turns 3 and 4. Your leaders work the banking back to the front straightaway. It is Kenneth Remington in the red number 72. Kenny Forbes in the black 03. 1 car length back to a 3rd place running Danny Tackett in car 22. Tackett closes that car length up by a half. Back to another car length on the 4th place car being Tony Gurley in the 00. And rounding out the top 5 is car 33, that being Jeff Brooks. Again, Forbes tries to get down underneath Remington over in turn number 2. Seems as if though Kenny Forbes' car is working turns 1 and 2 at a lower line than he is up in 3 and 4. That time he stayed pretty much directly behind Kenneth Remington. As they go up into 3 and 4, he'll stay right behind him, and the car sneaks up just a little bit up against getting close to the outside retaining wall. Over in turns 1 and 2, it's still a 1 car length advantage over 2nd, 1 car length advantage over 3rd, make it a half a car length advantage over fourth, 1.5 car lengths back to the fifth place runners. Forbes, however, closes the gap to a half a car length on Kenneth Remington up in corners 3 and 4 again. Down the front straightaway, Kenny Forbes decided to look for the high side, and he dropped down low over in turn 2. Couldn't make the pass there. Kenneth Remington strong over in that second corner over there. But as we alluded to earlier, Forbes' car is working down low a little better over in turn numbers 1 and 2. Working the lower line of 1 and 2 better than he is up in turns 3 and 4. He gets a run up of him in 3, runs up on the rear deck in 4, and then tries to dive that low line over in turn numbers 1 and 2, but just can't quite get by. Kenny Forbes, driver of the 03 car, doing his best to work on Kenneth Remington, driver of the 72 car. 10 laps remaining in this 50-lap feature now. 10 to go as they head up to turns 3 and 4, and the lapped car of Paul Pruitt Sr. Working around Paul Pruitt Sr. down the back straightaway goes the top 5 cars. Working lap 42 of 50. Here goes Forbes again down to the bottom of the speedway up in turn 2. He almost pulled door to door with Remington over in that second corner. And as they come up off the banking in turn 2, Remington's car just has the momentum to hold him off. Let's see if Forbes will make another daring move over in turns 1 and 2 on lap 44. He knows that the laps are dwindling down. Looks up, looks low, dives back in single file. Spinning around up in turn 2 goes Jeff Brooks in car 33. Brooks is down to the low side of the speedway, out of harm's way. Caution does not come out. And up in turn 4, Forbes gets by Remington up in the number 4 corner. Kenny Forbes, your new leader up in turn number 4, was able to get by Kenneth Remington on lap 45. Your new leader, Kenny Forbes in the 03 car. Are down the back straightaway, be exiting out of turn 4. Looking at the white flag is Kenny Forbes. He has 1 win in the 1995 season, looking for 2. He has a comfortable 5 car length lead now up in turns 3 and 4. Your winner, Kenny Forbes, back to the front straightaway, picks up the checkered ahead of Kenneth Remington in car number 72. Well, your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Forbes. Kenny, I tell you what, buddy, you had your work cut out for you tonight.
No doubt about it. Kenny Remington's been running strong today, really strong. I didn't know what I was going to get around him, and it looked like he got up a little out of the groove, and it let me get in. I got so many people to thank for this. It's great. Michael Jordan, RPM Nissan, All the Bright Car Washes, New Planners Warehouse, Sissy's Summer Bash. We got Kate Signs, Winston's Woodwork, Williamson's Grocery Grill. There's so many people I know I'm going to forget somebody, but Charlie Hemphill, Alf Wall. Everybody's been so good to us. I got to give it to the pit crew. I mean, they made it. The car wasn't handling when we got up here, and we didn't have but 1 practice, and they hit it. It ain't my doing. Anybody could drive it.
Well, Kenny, a couple of times you looked like you were going to try to get him up in turn 2. Was your car working better in turn 2?
Well, the car was working pretty good anywhere, but I knew to get around him. Engine-wise, we were pretty close, and I knew to get around him. I was going to have to get under him. And just luckily, he got up out of the groove enough where I could get a shot at him.
When you got up in turns 3 and 4 and you saw him get out of the groove, what was your decision? Which way did you want to go? Low, high, or what?
Oh, you always want to stay on the low side on this track. So, well, David Blankenship don't, but well, I do anyway.
This is your second win this season, I understand.
Second one. We can't be, I mean, we're so happy. Like I say, the crew did a heck of a job getting this car race ready. We've been working till 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning all week. And I just can't say enough for them.
Well, congratulations, Kenny Forbes, picking up your second win of the season here at Orange County.
Thank you very much.